Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. That is the Coffee Company. It is Friday. It is pre-match coffees. Sorry for the long intro. I had a customer come in just as I put the intro on, so I had to loop it for a bit. So sorry, everyone, for the really long intro. It does usually happen that long, but I love it that way because it's like television. I like long intros. That's my bag. But it's Friday. It's pre-match coffees. This is the chill area. It's so chill, everyone. I've got a glass of wine, so I'm chill. We're relaxed. And no, I didn't buy a glass of wine on a Friday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I was given it. So, always wonderful. When you're here, and then suddenly, do you want a glass of wine? So, go on then. So, sorted. We're going to be joined by Brian in a second. We're going to be joined by Brian. But mostly, we're just going to have a chill chat. If you've got any questions to ask, we'll just have a laugh. But let's see who's in the comments to take us through the show. We got James Flower Power is in the building. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Good to see you, mate. Andrew Gregory, YouTube member. Big up Coffee Crew. David Pleats, Blue and My Army. Absolutely, mate. We got the number one Agenbar in the world. Good to see you. Big up 115E. We've got another coffee as well to tell you about. I've not received it yet, but I've ordered it this morning, and that should be coming Monday morning. We got Rinketic. Good to see you, mate. YouTube member who's excited for the new sponsor. No, I don't give a shit, to be honest, mate. Don't give a shit. We have Peter Kagaius. Good to see you, buddy. Saying hi at all 11 o'clock in Melbourne. Good to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're well. Good evening to you. Good evening, Chica. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Good to see you. Longest intro. Absolutely, James. Absolutely, mate. But we had a customer and I had to loop it just to do it. We got Brian is here. He's here. There we go, Aki. Hello.
Good morning, people. How are we doing?
We're good. We're in the chill lounge. I'm having a good time. It's sunny, but it's chilly. But this is my favorite weather. Sunny, but chilly. Like, it reminds me of when I was in Canada, and this was what the weather was. Really chilly, but lovely and sunny. And that's my favorite weather because it's cold enough where you have a lovely cozy jumper, but still not miserable. But let's see who else is in the chat. We got Jimmy Hotspurs in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Salud. Salud indeed. Salud. Question. As it's Friday the 13th. Oh, it's Friday the 13th, the day before the North London Derby. It's brilliant. What's everyone's favourite horror movie? I'm going to say Tottenham Hotspur's Defending last year. The DVD.
I'd go the year before with Longley, but I don't do horror movies, James.
No, nor do I.
They're not really my genre. Ilana loves them, and Ilana is born on Halloween, so she loves all that crap.
Absolutely. We got Paul Trowles in the house. Good afternoon. Anyone having any nice food with their tea and their coffee? We can do. I'm having a glass of wine because it was free. I'm having a good time. We got Jason Bell. Good to see you. Good to see you, Jason. Hopefully you're well. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Friday. Big ups. Love this weather. It's an amazing weather. Toxic show. Shut up, Ryan.
Look who's saying it.
My wedding video. I love them. Our transfer window. The Exorcist 1, Misery. But Aki, how are you doing today?
Yeah, no, I'm a little bit emotional, actually. I've just been watching a YouTube video. I don't know if people in your chat watch the very, very big pranksters in the UK called Woody and Kleiny.
No, I don't.
Anyway, they've got like 10 million plus. They're huge. I knew them as kids, but we drifted way. They do a show. Yeah. Thank you very much, Peter, buddy. But they're just doing. I'm just watching back a show they did last week, where they put a British phone box in their garden, and literally said, "Right, there's 30 grand in the pot."
Yeah.
There's about 6 or 7 of them, and said, "Right, but you need to phone a long lost friend or relative that you've lost contact with, and for every second you're on the phone with them, the money starts going down. So you can just say hi, blah, bang, and there's 30 grand to share, or you have this moment and reconnect."
Yeah.
And it's just watching it's hitting me a bit, man. I had to pause it and come on here. It's an incredible thing. I mean, I don't know why. If I had 30 grand in the pot or I could reconnect with someone, I'd probably want the reconnection, in all honesty.
There's a random squirrel there, but there we go.
Wants to be your coffee.
Apparently so.
Exactly. They were freestylers, James. They were on Britain's Got Talent as football freestylers.
Amazing that I was also a bit emotional today, Brian.
There you go.
Because I watched the final ever episode of the Grand Tour on Amazon Prime. And it was like, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone because it only came out today and that would not be fair to spoil it. But there was a moment in it where my entire childhood came up on screen. My entire childhood was blasted on the screen. It was like, shit, I watched this when I was below 10 years old. And now I'm nearly 30. It's amazing, really. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if is Tom81 in the chat. Has Rumi been in the chat so far?
No, he's not been in the chat so
far.
I'll
wait when he comes in because I saw in the group chat he put I'm just responding to that, Colin. I'm saying that will be like Liam Neeson in Taken.
Yeah.
But Tom81 said, yeah, he got home at 4 a.m. Oh no.
Yeah, and watched it immediately, yeah.
He said he watched it at 4 a.m. and I thought 4 a.m. my time. I was like, what? You're not watching Morning Brews? But then I realised that's 9 a.m. So I don't need to speak to Tom.
Yeah. One of the best movies, Brian, when they meet Maradona. Okay. But we do actually have a new coffee before we start talking about the bits and bobs. I've got a new coffee coming on Monday, and here it is. Here is the label for it. It's a banging label.
Princess Peach.
Banging.
Peach iced tea for dinner. Oh, mate, save some for an espresso for me.
Yeah. But it's called Princess Peach because everyone knows I love Mario games. And with it having peach flavour, got to put it in there. It's Princess Peach.
Mate, say some for me.
Yeah, I will. I'll say that for you.
Just enough for a couple of espressos.
Yeah, okay. Done.
That's what I like the sound of.
Yeah. But yeah, how are you feeling about the weekend, Brian? Are you nervous? Not nervous? Chilling out?
Mate, I've got my weekend's been kind of eaten up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I want to be having a chill day with Alana and then go to a baby shower.
Yeah.
For one of my friends. But my mother-in-law's cousin who lives around the corner has got a massive fat fuck-off house. And he's just sold it, and we've got a load of stuff that we've been using in their basement as storage.
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess what? Person's got to go remove all of that from storage and transport it back. So I've got a day of heavy lifting, and doing all that. Then a baby shower, then come home, and then after that, then all the adrenaline and everything for Sunday will kick in, and then everything will kick in for me for Monday.
Oh, so I'm loving James's tattoo that he just posted.
Where's he posted it? In the group?
He's posted in the football chat.
Let's have a look.
That's great. That's great. We got Lord Rodney.
Hey, he is working on his leg big time.
Yeah, he is.
He is working on. Oh,
good to see you, Lord Rodney. Good to see you, Plonker.
The Plonker is here.
Good to see you, mate. Go on then.
I'll tell you what we need to do. I'll tell you what we need to do. When I'm back in April, you know, like we did the summertime transfer deadline.
Yeah.
Or when Bobby was over and we all got it together at yours for the NLD. Yeah. We need to have a meet. And anyone that can get down to the coffee house, come down to the coffee house in April.
Yeah.
So anyone living in the London area or thereabout, save a date for April.
Yeah, save a date for April. Bobby, if you want to jump on, feel free, sunshine. I loved Bobby and Coovs' show last night. Like I was like full blown cheering Coov. I was like, "Go on, Coovs, my son. Go on, mate."
Yeah, and I first of all, before I go on to that, I can see Ryan has put November. I've told you, Ryan, November after my operation, I'm not allowed to fly for a month.
Yeah.
Then it all depends on whether I am clear. Then I've got my new job. There was a glimmer of hope. There was a glimmer that November could be on, but it is pretty much non-existent, brother. As much as I'd love to, November is pretty much non-existent. But April is without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
And big up, Kuva.
Big up,
Big up to him and Bobby yesterday. for his.
Fantastic show.
I wanted to watch it. I went on and liked it and had it on, and then I was just so exhausted after Evening Brews. I passed out for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was brilliant. Watch it. Coover
eviscerated him.
He's been off YouTube for a while, but when Coover talks, people listen.
Yeah.
Like, not just like people listen when you talk, I talk, whatever. But
no
Coover,
when I talk, I'm mental.
Coover packs a punch. Packs a punch, and he delivered that message wonderfully, especially when Coover goes into the earlier days. Great show from both of them yesterday.
We got my lovely Mickey's in the house and Hyle in the chat, and the legend that is Mr. Daigle. Good to see you, my love. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully
I'm all right. I'm all right, Treacle. How are you?
Yeah. I know, mate. Everyone knows. We got Bobby saying, sorry, Ben, got a fire to put out over here. Yes, Coover was absolutely fantastic. Fucking fantastic. Where is it? Where is it?
That is fucking fantastic.
Coover made you cry. Why did you cry?
Probably because of the passion and emotion.
It's the same with Phil P. Everyone needs to donate, and they really need to put Phil P's charity links in, because that man is just a legend.
I'll put him in now.
The man is climbing up a Welsh mountain, or wherever he's going up, and then he's going to go and watch the football. What a guy. What a guy. What a guy. Told you, tissues and friction are not a good mix for fires.
One second. So there is one of his links, and this first one that I have done is for, let me just make sure I put the right charity in, is for the Parkinson's. Let's put Parkinson's.
Yeah. Shove those links in. Shove those links in. Coves, if you want to jump on, mate, you're always welcome, sunshine.
I have to say, I loved the stream yesterday with Coos when we were talking about food and everything. That was
I love it. It's my favourite thing to talk about. Food. I was speaking with Dave this morning before we went on the show. Which is like all the things which is like, there is something that's amazing about talking about food. Like when you talk about food that you like and how food is made, and you actually care about the food, it's another level. It's another 100%. Level. But there's one of the
other charity.
There's one of the charity links for Phil P's charity that he's doing. Absolute legend. And he's doing this one as well. It's a Just Giving page.
I'm going to do the Parkinson's one again because obviously I didn't put a space there. So it's all one.
We got your roomies in the house. Tom.
Roomie.
Let us know what you thought of the Grand Tour. I absolutely loved it. It was incredibly emotional. It was incredibly emotional. It was, yeah.
I have to say, I have to say,
Angus, mate, Angus. I'm just going to say it. Fuck Arsenal. Can we get everyone in the chat spamming fuck Arsenal? Just like this. Let's just everyone spam it in the chat. Just spam it in the chat. Just everyone like that. Put it in the chat. And also boo Angus. Even though he acknowledged me on Kate's streams. I really like that. He acknowledged me. He acknowledged me as the tribal chief. Back to work. Have a lovely rest of your day. Have a lovely rest of your day.
Ruby, I owe you an apology because I got the time differences wrong. When you said in the group you watched the Jeremy Clarkson thing at 4 a.m., I started writing, oh, for God's sake, you're meant to be watching Morning Brews, but then I realised it's 4 a.m. Toronto time, 9 a.m. UK. So you weren't moonlighting, so I apologise.
Good to see you.
My head.
Good to see you. I don't like foul language, Ben. Yeah. I loved it, Ben. I got a lump in my throat at the end of it. End of an ear. I was telling Brian on the show, when a part of it came up on screen, it was like my childhood had ended because it brought us back all the way to when I was a kid watching that first special when they went there. It was unbelievable. I have to watch it. I have to watch it again when I get home. Yep. There we go, Andrew. There we go, mate. There we go. But how are you feeling about the game, Brian? Are you relaxed?
Now that I've heard that Van der Ven and Solanke is fit, I'm feeling a lot better.
Get in.
I'm feeling a lot better. Solanke, as I said, will get his first goal for Spurs in the NLD. If the news hadn't been as positive as that, then I might have worried. Now, don't get me wrong, it's going to be a hard game.
Yeah, it's going to be
And once the lineup comes and whatever, but having Mickey van der Ven is massive for the way we want to play football.
Yeah.
And Dominic Solanke, as we saw against Newcastle, the chances we create, if he had been there, not saying he'd score them or all of them, but at least he'd be there to give the defence something to think about or cause an error. So I'm feeling a lot more positive than I was with that news. That's the news we needed to hear.
This is a good question. Now, your top five favorite WWE theme songs: The Game, Triple H, Bret the Hitman Hart, Real American.
Not one I would say yet.
The Hardy Boys theme song.
Still not one I'd say yet.
I know you're going to say The Rock, The Rock, The Rock.
Not. The Rock's not even in my top five.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Edge.
There's one.
Yeah.
Randy Orton voices.
Don't like that song. He doesn't even like that song. He doesn't even like that song.
I don't care what he likes.
Yeah.
Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes song, obsessed with it.
Oh, I love it as well.
I got Ryan obsessed with that song. Love those two. Edge. Dolph Ziggler's was wicked. Dolph Ziggler's was wicked.
Yeah, really good.
And what's the other one I love? There's a few.
There's a few really good ones.
There is a few. I've got a few saved up. I said Edge, Dolph Ziggler. I do love Triple H's first one, not this one.
No, I love The Game.
I love the one before The Game.
I love that song. Good to see you, Nige. Hopefully you're well, buddy. Hopefully you're well, sir. We have Graham's in the house.
I hope Graham's feeling better.
Hopefully your back's feeling better today, Graham. It's got to be Mankind. Mankind's is a good one. Do you mean depends which one it is? Is it like the bum 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 bum? I love that. I don't know what the name is. No, what the one when he came back to have a fight with Randy Orton, like the.
Who are you talking about? Triple H?
No, Mankind.
Oh, Mankind. Undertaker is definitely one. Oh, Abby's in here. Big up, Abby, darling.
Good to see you, Abby. We'll get there. We'll get there. Good to see you, Shamtan. Good to see you, Benjamini. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, buddy.
I can piss off. Got James Flower saying 3-1. Mankind is really good. No, it's not in my top 5. It's not in my top. I do love Mankind's theme song. Oh, you didn't know?
That is a good tune.
Oh, you didn't know?
Randy Orton and I love Roman Reigns' Tribal Chief one before he came back. That one for musical, instrumental. But Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton are so far ahead of everything for me.
Booker T's good. Hollywood Rock theme is really good. Really good. NWO, DX Rock without the lyrics. Both Stone Cold themes. I like the original one.
Stone Cold.
You like the Disturbed one, but I like the original one.
The Disturbed one is right up there.
The Game is quality. Absolutely. The Road Warriors is really good.
Oh, what a rush. They're my favourite tag team of all time. Of all time.
John Cena's is good. We got Abby. Good to see you, Abby. Hopefully you're well, miss. Hopefully you're well. Undertaker. I love the Undertakers. NWO is really good. I do love Real American. When Hulk Hogan comes in and it blasts, it feels just.
I do love that. It is a quality song. It is a quality song.
It's quality. Macho Man's is good. One thing I actually like, I like Gunther's old theme song. I love the old when he was still Walter. I love that theme song.
1 second, I've got loads of them. I've got loads of them downloaded. I'm gonna have to. I know there's some I've missed out.
Hardy Boys is quality. Absolutely. Graham's still feeling crap. You got to get your magic spray on, mate. Magic spray.
Yeah, the chicken soup.
Yeah, chicken soup down you, mate. Razor Ramon still holds up very well. Razor Ramon is great. Razor Ramon. Cody Rhodes versus Solo. Cody's going to win. I love the. Did you hear that news about Solo Sikoa?
No.
Apparently, Triple H has been heard saying that he doesn't like him.
Good.
He basically said he's crap.
And
good.
I agree.
The reason they took so long to debut Jacob Fatu is because they didn't want him to overshadow Solo. Someone put him in as the tribal chief, and it wasn't a good idea. So basically, they're trying to phase him out. Shane McMahon's is really good. Chris Jericho's one is really good.
So wait a minute. I forgot. Wait a minute. There is another one. I'll remove one of them. And I can't believe Ryan. Shame on mine. I can't believe Ryan. I don't know if he hasn't put it in the chat. Cult of Personality is a banging tune.
Yeah, it's a banging tune.
Cult of Personality is a banging tune.
Yeah. So many good ones. So many good ones.
Has he not put it in there? Brian has
No, he hasn't. One that's really good, Brian.
See, he's a flip flop. Ryan. I'm calling you out. You're a flip flop.
One that's really good, Brian. Carlito's old theme song. I love it. I spit in face if people who don't want to be cool. You know what cool is? You're looking at him. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Although I have to say, Rhea Ripley's tune is growing on me. Rhea Ripley's growing on me.
Rhea Ripley's is good. Trish Stratus's one is good.
Lita.
Lisa's one is good.
Dun, 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 dun. Mate, I'll tell you what, you want to talk about I Love China. God bless her. Oh, wait a minute. Eddie Guerrero's got to be up there. Too late, flip flop. Too late.
Yeah.
Don't ever come to me with Rock over CM Punk shit. This whole conversation has been gay, and you've been here, and you haven't put it here. You're done.
The Hurricanes is good.
Oh, mate, do you know what? The Rock bit, do you know when he has
Lisa's one's great. I love Lisa's one.
He's actually trying to wind me up there. But I have to say, when you say the Hurricane, it just reminds me when The Rock comes back as Hollywood Rock, and he just goes, his phone's going, and he goes, "It's nothing." He says he knows you. Batista is a tune.
Yeah,
Ryan, I'll give you that. Batista is a tune, but you're still dead, mate. You're still done.
Chicken soup is now not.
As Ryan would say to me before 8 minutes into a vote, you're
Which
cooked.
One, Angus? Which one? I like his original one. I love the original one. I don't like the
I hate that.
I don't like it, but it's great. You know whose one I'm really loving at the moment that's stuck in my head the entire time? Joe Hendry. I love Joe Hendry's theme song.
Mate, I just, as long as you don't say, as long as no one, and Ryan might say it just to wind me up.
Give us a sec, Ryan.
If anyone says A-Town Down from the worst wrestler, I can't remember his name now. What is his name? A-Town Down. Oh, Ryan, help me. I can't remember. I'm going back to Ryan for help. I can't remember his bloody name. Oh, what is his bloody name, people? Angus, you know who I'm talking about. I can't stand that man. Oh, what was bloody Austin Theory? Austin Theory is the worst wrestler of all time. All time. I cannot stand that man. Sting. Oh, Angus did put it there. Ian, you mentioned someone. That man before the crap he did had a good thing. Mate, Shelton Benjamin. That guy was an athlete. That guy was an athlete. And you got to love Too Cool. Has anyone even said D-Generation X? Has anyone even said D-Generation X? I still can't believe Ryan's saying Lisa's awful. I know. Oh, Stacey Keebler. Stacey Keebler's music was banging. Ryan, don't even talk about MVP. MVP is, I can't stand that wrestler. Can't stand it. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's when his intro drops, it is one of the most iconic. All Isaacs is coming up with HBK. HBK is a good one. HB. No, you got right, Ben. If you're going to do it, you have to do the full thing now. You have to do the full thing. That's just a half. That's an H. You need the B and the K. The nasty boy. Oh, I couldn't stand them. I'll tell you a tag team. Do people remember the Bushwhackers? Tom 81 will remember the Bushwhackers. That's for damn sure. The Bushwhackers were one of the most craziest things I've ever seen in my life. Ben probably won't. Ben won't remember the Bushwhackers. He's probably heard of them. The Bushwhackers. Oh, Goldberg. There's another one. There's another. Mate, how can you not? Oh, the Bushwhackers.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I love Joe Hendry.
I don't know.
I love Joe Hendry.
Is.
You've got to Google Joe Hendry. I love it. I love his theme song because he's a Scottish wrestler. He's like London to Paris. He sings it in an American accent. And then we're talking about Scotland.
Oh, there he is. No, but also... who's the one that used to go Gloria? Is that Bobby Roode or whatever?
Bobby Roode, yeah.
That was a tune. Yeah.
I was making tea, so I've missed most of the things being said. Somebody surely mentioned Legion of Doom for intro.
Oh, yeah.
Road Warriors.
Doom, yeah.
Oh, what a rush. That made the best tag team. But they hated each other backstage. They hated each other.
It works that way sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
One of them was a big drinker, like a proper, can't remember if it was Animal or Hulk, but they are the best tag team, period.
It works. It works.
I would say Mick Foley as well, but he had so many characters. I can't really.
Dude Love's one's good.
Yeah,
you could totally be Dude Love at Cooves. You could totally be Dude Love.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
You could be. Dude
I mean,
Love.
I must admit, when I do go out and about, I'm the sort of I will wear a Hawaiian shirt all year long.
Yeah.
Oh, played Cooves.
Just chill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shorts and Hawaiian t-shirt. Don't care what the weather.
Oh, yeah. Rowdy Roddy Piper.
It's a great one.
Hell yeah, I love him. Yeah.
Vader.
I'd also give a shout out to Rowdy Roddy Piper for being in one of the best films that a wrestler has appeared in.
No, we've not done Jey Uso. We're not done. Yeet.
Mate, he is so. Oh my God, it's going mad for him. It's going mad.
We want to talk about Sunshine. I know I know it's game. It's supposed to talk. This is the funny thing. We're just using clickbait. We say football. We're talking about wrestling theme songs. It's just full blown clickbait.
And by the way, thank you for the kind words as well about my.
Absolutely, you were legendary yesterday.
You were.
The trick I always do to it is the same as I say to anybody else. If it's a subject you truly believe in, don't do a script or anything like that. Don't rehearse it. Just go from the heart.
Yeah. If you haven't watched it last night in the chat, watch Kuva's conversation yesterday. Yeah, it
was chilled.
Yeah,
it was like you said, Kuva. When I was a team leader looking after like 40 people at booking, when they were going for promotions, and a lot of the promotions they were going for, they had to do like team meetings, whatever. And I used to say to them, right, in my next team meeting, you're going to lead it, but you're going to lead 10 minutes of this hour-long meeting. But I don't want you to talk about anything to do with booking. I want you to pick your hobby, your country that you've come from, it could be anything that you're comfortable with, your pet, your favorite food, whatever. Do a little PowerPoint and ask some questions just like you do in a meeting. And if you talk about something that you're comfortable with, you're confident about, and you're passionate about, boom. It is so much more easier and relaxing rather than going, right, I need you to talk about Booking.com's refund policy and how we're going to... Because they're like, But you give them... If you speak about something you're passionate and confident about, bang, no script needed.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's what you got to do. Yeah, so it was just a brilliant show. Brilliant show last night. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, it was really good. Really good. But another wrestling theme song we've forgotten about. The Sandman.
No.
What do you mean? No. It's Enter Sandman.
I have to say, one of the best.
Have you ever seen Enter the Sandman coming through the arena at ECW already busted up because he's drunk a pint of beer, smashed it on his head, and he's bleeding. And then the entire crowd is singing "Enter Sandman."
I think one of the best intros into one, and the calm before the prophet is Jericho's.
Yeah, I love Jericho's. Who doesn't love? You love Enter Sandman, don't you, Coos? That is.
Sorry, I was just laughing at this one.
Yeah,
big up, Bobby.
Love Enter Sandman.
I don't remember some. See, the trouble is with the American wrestling, I was only really into it when it was the Degeneration X and just the Attitude Era. After that, I just lost.
Oh, the Attitude Era was never to be beaten.
Yeah, it's right. It'll never be repeated for sure.
I've never seen this account in the chat before, but I'm thinking it's someone we actually know because they're just saying, I don't know.
Oh, Stone Cold, honestly, when that happens, I sometimes Google like Stone Cold returns, and there's certain ones where he hasn't been back. As soon as you hear that glass smash, it's like nothing ever before. Like the whole place.
Or when the lights dim down and the first chime of that bell and the Undertaker's about to come on. That's awesome as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Sandwich is in the building. Okay, cool. Big up, Sandwich.
I like it that someone's name is Sandwich. I like it.
Well, no, he's in the group chat with us for the wrestling.
Yeah, I know. Bong.
Big up.
Ric Flair. Woo! Phil P is in the house. Where's Phil P when you need him? Oh, some great stuff. Some great stuff.
Kurt Angle's he always used to be funny as well.
Yeah,
when he was that over-the-top American hero, drink your milk, people, and stuff like that.
Kurt Angle is comedy gold.
Whilst everyone's telling him he sucks.
Yeah, it was brilliant. So funny. And big up to him as well. He totally wore that when he got all the ridicule, and he loved it.
Yeah,
he just loved being a star. He was.
Yeah. He like an actual the best actual wrestler in the history of WWE.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's debatable.
What do you mean? He won an Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
Yeah, there's someone else whose name I'm not going to mention.
Best technical wrestler, sort of one.
Yes, that's what I'll say.
I think I know who you mean, but he's never won an Olympic gold medal with a broken
He never entered.
Well, that's his own fault.
He wouldn't.
And we're not going to say his name, but his name is Crisp. That's it. That's all we're going to say. The Godfather. The Godfather. The great intro. Yeah. Absolutely. Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
I cannot wait for that documentary to hit.
Actually, his intro music was good as well.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
No chance.
I prefer Shane's.
Oh, yeah, Shane's is better.
Here come the money. Here come the money.
Why is it also so funny that when the owner and his son get involved in the actual wrestling, it's just brilliant. What other sport can you get that kind of crap happening?
Yeah.
And then a whole feud between Stone Cold and Vince McMahon that went on for months. It was absolute comedy gold.
There's the most disgusting human, the Kiss My Ass Club. He actually got people to kiss his ass on live television. He's just a disgusting human being.
Yep. But yeah, Vincent's documentary that's going to drop very soon is going to be
November the 13th.
Oh, it's this month.
Oh, is it this month?
September the 26th, I believe.
Rikishi in a thong was wrong. Yes, it
was. But also so funny.
Yeah.
On so many levels. Rikishi was brilliant, though. Rikishi.
No. Cody Rhodes does not hate his dad. He loves his dad. Absolutely loves him. Yeah.
Big up, Corey.
What they want. But yeah. You never know. It's funny how wrestling can bring so many people together. Yes.
Culture.
Yes.
The Kiss My Ass Cut. Listen, he brought out Trish Stratus. He brought out JR. And then it was like, the jokes are over. And he goes, especially for you. And then Rikishi's music. Oh, mate. My Rock knowledge is a little bit too scary, actually.
No, the worst one was when we went for wings, Brian, and you sang all the way back to the station the Eddie Guerrero thing.
Yeah, no, that's when we were with Fabio,
Oh.
and literally we sang. He was doing the Eddie Guerrero. I did the Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah,
I had my repertoire. I did the Rock concert.
you did the entire thing.
Yeah, the when he sings to Vicky Guerrero, "You look horrible tonight" was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
It's also one of the saddest things I've seen in sports entertainment. Let's call it.
Yeah, sports entertainment.
But Eddie Guerrero, it done everything right. It kicked all the bad habits.
Yeah,
his life back on track, doing the right thing.
Still got
tragedy.
him. Still got him.
Yeah, that really upset me. That.
Yeah,
it was so.
One of the things I really love that his son Dom is doing so well.
Oh mate, that guy, honestly, that guy has to be. And I have to say, and I hate Dominic, but he is playing it bloody well.
Him.
He is playing it so bloody. There's got to be a time where he turns babyface.
No, I want him to be a bastard his entire life.
No, there'll be one point where there'll be one point where he reunites with his dad. Guaranteed.
Nah, I want him to be a bastard.
No, whether you want him to or not, there's going to be a time that he will.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero cheating. I love it.
They're brilliant, Jason. But you know what I did watch the other day, and I watched it quite a bit, is when he does his real passionate promo to Brock before the title match, where he really starts talking about his addiction. That is such a powerful thing. But yeah, watching him on when he's lying, cheating, and stealing was brilliant.
Yeah,
he was. He's hysterical.
Only Mick Foley can get over a sock.
Yeah,
got a sock over.
Yeah, well, you know, the people's elbow. The people's elbow was designed just to try and make Undertaker crack.
Yeah,
they all came up with a gimmick to try and make Undertaker break character, and The Rock came up with the people's elbow. And it stuck, only to try and get Undertaker to break,
and it didn't.
I remember hearing about there was one rare time then Stone Cold actually did get Undertaker to laugh in the ring, and it quickly recovered character again. But it's funny in itself that there's an actual competition for it.
Oh, there was another one as well when they were doing the WCW Alliance thing, and Stone Cold's just repeating everything. That McMahon's saying, and he literally slaps him, and then the Undertaker has to go like this to show that he's not doing. But Sami Zayn was getting people to break characters left, right, and center in the Bloodline.
Yeah,
I love it when you see that happen. I love it.
One of the most dedicated actors to his craft. Like, he played that character everywhere he went. If you went up to him in an airport, he was in character.
Yep.
I wish we could do that. It'd be brilliant. Gold Dust. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. Gold Dust.
I was hit. The what gimmick made Stone Cold Steve Austin in merchandise alone $15 million.
Yeah.
One word repeated over and over again.
Wow.
And it's still done today.
Wow.
Oh, I used to have a mug, a tea mug with God, Jesse James and the badass Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
And on the tea mug it says, "I've only got 2 sugars for you."
Yeah. I need that much.
Love that.
That kind of humor is brilliant sometimes. That is brilliant.
I don't know where this came from, but I bloody love it. Absolutely love it.
I do know where that came from. John Cena was with his brothers, and they're playing some kind of stupid. They were watching some TV show or something, and he said, "I'll do it live at my next wrestling match." To say, "Look, I told you I'll do it," and he did, and that's how it became. That started because of him and his brother.
Yeah.
R-Truth is brilliant.
Yeah,
R-Truth
love
is
R-Truth. Hornswoggle. I love Hornswoggle. I can't believe they called him Little Bastard for like a solid 10 years. They called him Little Bastard.
How about wrestlers that were really popular but actually pretty bad at what they did?
Eugene.
You
I
would
was
say
gonna-
that.
I was going to go for Ultimate Warrior.
Mate, do you know one that I used to not be able to stand, but he had an iconic laugh, and his character was. I used to despise the $1 Million Man.
No, he's brilliant.
He
brilliant.
did my head in. Don't get me wrong. What he did character-wise was fantastic. I think his wrestling ability was ridiculously crap.
I loved it when they did the Raw 1000 and they had the poker game, and then the $1 Million Man comes out.
Yeah.
I love the poker games. They should bring back the poker games every week.
Okay,
I love the poker games where it'd just be the APA, just have to play poker with everyone.
I have a very, very special announcement to make.
Yes.
Everyone, please get your love in for Bobby K right now, because such filth that he's been putting in our group, and then saying this, you may not see him again after Sunday.
Yeah.
So get your Bobby K love in. Get all your thoughts, emotions to him, because we need to have some serious words on Sunday.
Yeah.
Serious words.
Yeah. And we've got to do this as well. Damn.
That's another one-liner.
Yeah.
One word. Forget one-liner.
I want to know, that was brilliant. Ron Simmons was brilliant. Legion of Doom were good.
They were better than good. They were better than good. Yep. Jason, you're kind of there, yeah.
R-Truth. Yeah, I like R-Truth. Is it Rip Bobby K? Is it? Yeah. R.I.P. Death threats, we don't do death threats here. We're not like all those.
They weren't threats. I don't threat.
I think Corey was referring to what he said. I think he was saying Hulk Hogan really overhyped.
Oh, was it? You can't see that.
I don't think he was either, but I can kind of get it. I think that's where you knew for sure that everything's choreographed, though. With certain wrestlers, there's no, it's rehearsed exactly what's going to happen. And he was a stick.
Corey, we mentioned R-Truth. I even said it, which is exactly what you said.
Yeah, about Mizunara. Yeah, I love Mizunara.
Corey, relax, bro. Relax, brother.
Love Miz and R-Truth. They're great. I love Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
I've only just started enjoying the Miz. The Miz
was
Tajiri.
Even Hogan was a bastard.
Mate, Joe, I saw a video of him the other day where he is literally at a Hooters pretending to throw someone off a table. And I'm just like, oh.
How the mighty have fallen.
Oh, mate, I was just like...
Love to Bobby K in a very manly way. Absolutely. Scotty
That's the way he likes it.
Yeah, it's the way he likes it. This is like listening to a foreign language. Don't understand the word. Sorry, mate.
Mate, you got to remember, actually, and Colin will remember these. We had Giant Haystacks and who were the other ones, Coover? We had a couple of... Was it not Butterbean? Giant... Big Daddy.
Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks. That's all that matters.
No, there was another couple, man. I'm sure there was another couple. I used to remember watching that at my grandma's and grandpa's. Oh, Macho, man.
Yeah, he did. He got an imaginary character over. Tori Wilson.
Stacey Keebler, Lita. Stacey Keebler, Lita. Just on.
Les Kellett.
There you go. There's another one.
Oh, Jesh. Rollerball Rocco.
I'll tell you, do you remember another theme tune that went mad? Fandango.
Oh, yeah.
That theme tune. That theme tune.
The UK crowd got that over. He would not have been over if it weren't for the UK folk.
Stacey Keebler. Honestly. Oh, mate.
Kendo Nakisaki.
Ah, yeah. Remember that one.
Yeah. So many good ones. So many good ones. I can't believe we've talked about wrestling for half an hour.
Especially when we've said Spurs meditation. I've just realised.
Yeah.
Spurs meditation.
What is Spurs meditation? Which actually, I shouldn't have called it Spurs meditation because we've had good news today.
Okay, let's change it. What Spurs players would you have liked to have seen in the WWF?
Oh,
I'm going first with Dave Mackay and Victor Wanyama.
They've got to be a showman. They've got to be a showman.
I'm going for Eric Dyer for entirely different reasons.
Oh,
Dave Mackay. Dave Mackay. It's pretty bad to Colin Cross. He can get some, and everyone else.
I think Eve Basuma.
I've got it.
Eve Basuma would be awesome.
I've got it. The man can do his own intro and everything. Sandro.
Yes.
Oh, there's a great one. Musa Dembele would be brilliant.
Sandro and Wanyama as a tag team.
Musa Dembele would be great.
Oh, doing the interview. Sandro with the guitar out and a bit of a song and everybody feeling better. And Wanyama saying, I had a sandwich. It was nice.
Wait,
I had spaghetti.
Carl Walker still does the Triple H, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but mate, you wouldn't want to put King in WWE, mate. They'd be ruined.
Yeah.
It'd be ruined.
Cuba gets it. Big Brad. Frida would be Cabal.
Oh, Cabal.
Neil Ruddock.
Mate. Tom wins. Razor Ruddock in WWE.
See, he would work because he's a character. You got to have a character.
Paul Walsh. He'd have to be in the lower weight levels, but he had the long hair for it and everything.
Yeah. Graham Souness would be a great WWE wrestler. Especially
Andrew Gregory just come up with one.
Martin Yo.
Oh, all day long.
Martin Yo.
All day long.
Gaza. Roy Keane. He's got no character though. Bale was a high flyer. Aaron Lennon.
Aaron Lennon would basically be in a league with Hornswoggle.
Yeah, I agree with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I keep saying this to Angus. You mentioned Patrick Vieira, and I keep saying, and I will also say, like I say about Henri, I think Vieira was better than Keane. I really do.
That's a footballer.
But Dave Mackay would scare Patrick Vieira's worst nightmares.
Yeah.
Dave Mackay would scare Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira if they were both ahead of him.
Mate, Dave Mackay in this time,
he'd get sent off every week.
Oh, mate, no, he wouldn't, because people just part like the Red Sea.
Bigger mean, yeah. The bigger meaner Bradford, Dave Mackay, Brian Hill. Oh, where is it?
Is he better than Brian Hill?
He could have matchups. Who was the little Mexican fighter with the mask?
Rey Mysterio.
He could fight him every week, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Lennon versus Mysterio.
Brian Hill.
Pat Brandon Howe.
Brian Hill, Rey Mysterio, main headliner.
Yeah, mate. Listen, I didn't say you'd seen him scared. If you saw Dave Mackay, he would be.
Yeah, proper footballer he was. I want football to be like that again. I got a thing on Facebook today. It just sums up football for me. Barkley's trending just shows how much better football used to be. Give me Rory Delap throw-ins and Stoke overplaying from the back every day. Pep has ruined football. 100%. Bring back Stoke City. I love Stoke City.
Talking about, I also watched, I will say that something Angus said. Angus said Fabregas. I've just watched this morning after Morning Brews when I couldn't sleep. I watched the Gary Lineker podcast. That's interview with Cesc, and Cesc speaks very, very well.
He's a good coach as well, apparently. He's
doing very well in Italy. He's got a team up promoted from Serie A B, I would imagine, into Serie A. He did play in Scotland. But Cesc Fabregas actually speak. It's a really good conversation.
If Ted DiBiase plays for us, he might actually buy some proper players.
You never know. You never know.
Hang on. That one needed a little bit more time.
Oh, what is it, Brian Hill? Andre the Giant versus Brian Hill. Yeah, it's
put Raw Fox in there as well, mate. Put Raw Fox. We can get our own light heavyweight. Timothy Atuba. Well, he tried to do a figure four and he just do a step over.
I love this flick. Timothy Atuba's flick was the best trick ever.
Timothy Atuba is I've never seen a man in football do a step over when there's no one around him. Like literally do it when there's markers coming up to you to try and get them off balance.
No, wait a minute. Emerson Royale he did as well.
Yeah.
No, Emerson Royale was just poetry. It was just pantomime.
Emerson Royale would be a good WWE wrestler.
Lee Dixon. Lee Dixon is the most boring. Don't get me wrong, as a fantastic right back. Fantastic right back and part of that Arsenal back four. Or Filth back four. But as a commentator or as what's it called?
Who's more boring, him or Danny Murphy?
Oh, mate, I don't mind listening to Danny Murphy. Lee Dixon is just like, oh my good God.
Oh,
and you just had to see it.
Alan Smith.
Alan Smith is boring as well. Oh, who's the guy that's married to Catherine Tate? West Bromwich Albion fan that used to be the
Frank
presenter.
Skinner.
What was that?
Oh, you mean Adrian Charles?
Adrian Charles. Boring as hell.
He married to Catherine Tate?
Yeah, he's married to Catherine Tate.
Okay, you learn something new every day.
Well,
but I have to say, with Lee Dixon, I watched the England game, and with Harry Kane's header that got disallowed, Lee Dixon's response was Harry Kane should have known a lot better, and he should have been onside for that goal, but a wonderful cross by Saka. I was like, oh, mate, this guy's a prick. I can't honestly, Lee Dixon, one of the nicest footballers I've ever met as an Arsenal player. One of my dad's, or used to be a close friend of my dad's, David O'Leary. One of the nicest gentlemen you could ever wish to meet. Lee Dixon is a dickhead.
We've got Jamie Carragher, called the Spitter. That'd be his wrestling character, the Spitter.
That'd be his finishing move.
It'd be like Carlito, the Scouse Carlito.
He would be.
Gary Neville was a
He's not. I don't agree. But I tell you, mate, again, I didn't know. I don't know if you watch it. One Obi Mikel has got his own podcast, and they flew out to Doha to interview Richard Keys and Andy Gray.
Yeah.
My God, Richard Keys he just blames everything on everyone else. And he's lucky. He's lucky he's got Andy Gray. Let's put it that way. But I don't mind Gary Neville at all.
I miss Andy Gray. Andy Gray was a fantastic.
I think Gary Neville was really good. I really enjoy listening to Gary Neville.
Whenever Gerrard used to score, and you had Andy Gray, whenever Gerrard scored one of his belters, yeah, beauty, what a hit, son!
Gerrard's one of my favorite players to ever play football. We talk about, you go and watch. I've watched all of his Liverpool goals. Some of the goals he scores and the times he scores them. It really was Roy of the Rover stuff with him, like we had with Kane.
He's one of those few footballers where I've said it in the past. You get those elite players like the likes of Paul Scholes, for example, who turns a great team into something really special. Yeah. Steven Gerrard's the kind of player can go into an average team and win trophies with them.
Which is what that Liverpool team. That Liverpool team had no right to beat AC Milan in a Champions League final after being 3-0 down.
I just moved to Israel then, and I watched it in an English pub. That was one wild night. But for me, it's out of that trilogy of Lampard, Scholes, and Gerrard. Gerrard is number one for me by far. By far, I think this honestly
the complete footballer.
Yeah, I think he just had everything, absolutely everything. Then I'd go Scholes, then I'd go Lampard. Yeah. But Gerrard
for me, Scholes is one of the best footballers to ever play the game. I think.
Yeah, I'm Gerrard.
I put Scholes above them too. I love the way Scholes plays football. I remember Man United played, and it was
You skipped my
Scholes' first game since he came back from retirement, because he came out of retirement. And Van Persie was playing. And Van Persie said after they came back and did one of those Man United comebacks, he said the only reason we won that game is because of Paul Scholes. Like, it was Paul Scholes was just a genius.
He was. Gerrard, for me, was just unbelievable.
He would be.
Sticking by what I said. If you got a great team, put Paul Scholes in it, it becomes a really special team.
Yeah.
But if you want to drastically improve your team in general, Steven Gerrard goes in. He turns you into winners.
Yeah.
I think it's all over. Is that man that Colin Cross just mentioned? Probably the most iconic line in footballing history.
Yeah.
Where you are. Gerrard was. Yes.
Gerrard's goal versus West Ham in the final.
Do you know the best thing I love about that game as well is just before he hits it, the announcer goes, "There will be 4 minutes of added time." And then Gerrard's just like, "Do you know what then? Fuck this." And just went wallop. He literally, and he even said he could hardly run. That's why he wouldn't. He said, because it was so late, I could hardly run. To me, that is the best FA Cup in recent history. That game had everything. That 3-3.
Still not the best goal though. That belongs to Ricky Villa.
Of course, that's the best goal.
Ironically, it's probably the only notable thing he did for the club as well. It was all about Ozzy when those two arrived. Ozzy Ardiles is the absolute complete player for us.
Mate, Ricky Villa scored a couple of bangers against Wolves.
Yeah.
He scored a couple. Oh, mate, the thunderbolts that man could hit.
I mean, when Man United played Barcelona and you had all of their best players, they forgot all that. Four of them were all queuing up for Scholes' shirt. Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi. They all called him They called him Professor Scholes, didn't they?
It's like they were all great.
Yeah, when Haaland was at Mould, they all called Harry Kane Professor Kane because he taught them how to finish.
Yeah, listen, they were all great. If you look at it, if you said you wanted 20 plus goals, you pick Frank Lampard. If you wanted an all-over performance and a man that will grab you by the scruff of the neck, and Gerrard. And if you're looking for the guy of someone, you'd pick Scholes. But if I had to pick one, if someone said at any point of this time you could have one of those players in the Spurs team right now, I will always answer Stevie G. No, I will always answer Stevie G, no matter what.
We need Gerrard in this team because there is no leadership in this football team. There is no leadership.
Yeah.
Gerrard.
Yeah. Of recent players, I couldn't pick anybody better to lift our team. Really lift our team.
Exactly.
Oh, Scholes and Letizia. Yep. And we never played either of them. Vieira, Scholes, rank them. Oh.
Well, they're all different positions.
They are, but...
Put it this way, like I've said, if I had to go Vieira, Keane, I'd pick Vieira. I thought Patrick Vieira was just magnificent. Honestly, I think he was... honestly, on his day, Patrick Vieira was just scary. Scary. And I've given my 3 for the others.
I'm going Scholes. I'm going Keane. I'm going Vieira. Gerrard. Lampard.
The fact that you've got Gerrard...
I love Scholes. Scholes is my type of player. I love a player like that dictates a game of football. I mean, Scholes used to run games of football in his sleep.
The fact you put Gerrard 4th means we could have another domestic.
All right, then.
I wouldn't even put Keane and who else was in there again? Keane and Lampard. I wouldn't even bother talking about. I think Keane, what he does, he was fantastic at. But his job was basically to get the ball back, make sure nobody screwed up, and then make sure Giggs and Scholes did the work for them.
Yeah.
He's a very...
That's the player that we need as well, Koo. Someone that sits in that middle of the park and tells people what to do.
We could have a Gerrard for that because he can do even more.
Yeah.
Gerrard was technically excellent as well. He could hit a ball like Beckham. Yes, he could.
Yeah.
You got to remember as well, Gerrard. If you look at Gerrard, look at the partnership he formed like that with Torres, which was unstoppable. And then he went out, and then his partnership with Suarez, he just got on whatever striker he was playing with.
Yeah.
The wavelength that Gerrard would pick up immediately with that player was just something special.
Gerrard and Torres, what a two those were.
Yeah, absolutely.
Torres,
Gerrard and Owen as well.
Yeah.
Torres,
Torres,
that's the first one. You're right.
Was it Torres scored a belter against? Was it Villa or Everton?
He
was on the corner, and he had his back to goal. He turned it and he hit it, and
but the volley was Blackburn.
Oh, was it Blackburn?
If you're talking about the chest turn and volley, it was Blackburn.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do this before we end the show. Drogba, Torres. Oh. That's a more difficult one. Well,
people know how I feel about Thierry Henry, unfortunately. So Thierry Henry goes top.
Henry,
you see, I can talk and big up Phil's players. That's what it's all about, mate. That's what it's all about.
I'm going. Henry is the number one
by far.
I'm going Shearer, Drogba, Van Nistelrooy, and Torres.
See, now, do you know what? It's hard for me because the way I look at it, the Torres of Liverpool, if you're just rating this on the Torres of Liverpool in 2 years.
No, Torres of Chelsea was still a beast, Aki. He's still
scored. No.
He scored so many important goals.
No.
When you needed an important goal, he scored goals in finals. He scored a goal in the Europa League final. When you wanted him to score a goal in an important game, he did.
Well, if you're talking that, mate, then there's no better than Didier Drogba.
That's why I put it with Torres fourth and Drogba third. No, second. Third.
That's so hard. That is so hard. Henry is top. Henry is top, and by some distance, in my opinion.
For me, it depends what you're ranking them on because it's horses for courses there. I've got the opposite ends of the scale, and depends which way you look at it. Pure footballing ability, Thierry Henry, absolutely brilliant player. If you're looking for absolute unstoppable force of nature, Didier Drogba in top form.
Yeah.
How do you live with that? He was an animal when he was at his best.
Always scored in finals. If it was a final, Didier Drogba scored.
Yeah.
He did love a goal against the filth. Every single
goal against us as well. I remember his first game back against us, he scored.
This comment's fair because if you're going to build a classic number 9 centre forward, no better than Alan Shearer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I would say right now, and this would be a good Alan Shearer always had a partner. It's 4-4-2, 4-4-2, 4-4-2, 4-4-2. Yeah. I don't know what Alan Shearer. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure he still smash them in, but Alan Shearer playing as a 1, as most teams do now. I don't. He had a Peter Beardsley. He always had someone there. So don't get me wrong. I still think he would be.
Come to Ireland and say you're right, Henry.
Mate, listen. I can walk down N7. I think I'd be safer walking down N17 saying that. Yeah, but honestly, Thierry Henry to me is that player was just. If there's one, whenever he came, when we played Manchester United and whatever, you're like, right, if this one doesn't turn up, this one will turn up. This one, Henry always turned up, always, and single-handedly in games, has done things like.
Shut up, Angus. He was a cheat. Was a cheat.
Yeah, I mean,
all the top players are cheats. All of them. Drogba, biggest cheat on the planet.
Well, no, do you know what? And I'll be honest with this. Henry rightfully gets a hell of a lot of fucking slack for that because it is a blatant handball. But how the referees have got away with not being vilified because you didn't need VAR for that.
Yeah.
You didn't need how those referees didn't spot it, didn't see it, didn't do anything about it. Van Nistelrooy was a beast.
Yeah, love Van Nistelrooy at full tilt. When he was in his first couple of seasons, when he was at full speed, he was terrifying. He was.
And you got to remember, he came back. His transfer was done an hour later.
Yeah.
I write my own puns and didn't even realise I said it until people started saying it there. Van Nistelrooy should have been at Manchester United the season before, but he did his ACL. And I said, don't worry, we'll come back for you in a year. He came hungry.
Yeah.
He was lethal. He was
brilliant footballer.
Yeah.
Talking about Henry, though, just in general, this is part of the reason why I hate Arsenal even more now than I did back in the 80s. It's because we had opportunities to sign people like Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah, he was a Tottenham supporter.
This is why I do not like Jerry Francis, because he didn't want him. And look what happened. He goes to Arsenal, and then you have to watch these caliber of players playing for that lot.
Yeah.
While we're transforming from an exciting Aussie R-D-list team into it being Jerry Francis, into a very workmanlike team. I didn't like him as a manager. I hated the way we played football after that.
Well, you say that, Coos, and you got to think. Listen, after they went and got Arsenal, who at least Spurs tried to follow suit and brought in Christian Gross.
Yeah,
like let's bring in a nobody from nowhere.
Imagine we had Sheringham and Bergkamp in the team.
Oh, mate, honestly, don't. Mate, then you could have added Klinsmann to it as well.
Yeah, imagine you had that front three: Klinsmann, Bergkamp, and Sheringham. Don't lose a game of football.
Pretty much. You're just going to enjoy. Bergkamp, the way he'd get three nominations in 1 week for goal of the week, sort of goal of the month. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. All three there. Hit players like him and Letitia. Letitia was always a goal of the month candidate.
Yeah.
They're just
no matter what.
The touch and the ability is just exquisite. Gotta love those sort of players. It doesn't matter if they play for the other team that you don't like. Just appreciate football sometimes.
Yeah. We are football. We all adore Tottenham, but we are football fans first. At the end of the day.
Oh, mate, look at that one. Eden Hazard.
That was UEFA stopped us getting Bale and Hazard in a team. Imagine we had Gareth Bale and Eden Hazard in a team. We would have won the league quite easily.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would, certainly, put it this way, I don't know if we would have won the league, but we certainly would have ended the trophy drought.
Yeah, this is the bit I don't understand with Jerry Francis. I found him so negative as a manager, but he was a skillful player.
Oh, you Boa skillful guy. I will say, mate, Bergkamp's first touch was absolute. Listen,
Dimitar Berbatov's first touch.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Dimitar Berbatov right up there with him. Glenn
Hoddle. They used to say you could be 3 yards away from Glenn Hoddle and blast it at him and he'd control it.
Even Maxi Miller, when I went to an afternoon with Maxi Miller, he said you could blast the ball over his head about 3 feet and Glenn Hoddle would get it down on his first touch. He was that good. He's like, it was magnetic. It was magnetic. He'd just draw the ball to him.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna put the link in the group. And I'm just watching it now. It's when Dimitar Berbatov was playing for Fulham.
Yeah.
And a ball just gets booted like a proper up and under.
Yeah.
And
over that, foot out,
and he just
on his foot.
This, you want to talk about first touches, that link that I just put in there.
Yeah.
That is
Hasselbank.
Terrifying. Hasselbank was one of my favourite strikers in the Premier League era. I love Jimmy Floyd.
He used to terrify me. Yeah, that's the link. Ronaldinho, greatest first. I love Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, guys, it is actually the end of the. We've gone 15 minutes over, and we started early for obvious reasons. Why we started 5.
Don't we have to stay on for 3 hours because somebody's having a tattoo?
That's right, for Flower.
I can't stay on for 3 hours, James.
Well, you've got another 3 hours until the fan show, which is going to be just myself, unless Ben gets home quickly.
Yeah,
because Dave has been otherwise engaged, but we will be there at 1 p.m. All members, the link will be in the community section. And yeah, that'll be a good fan show. And then all roads lead to Sunday.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for watching today's show. Cooves, when you next on?
I don't know. I'm in demand. I'll tell you that. There's a lot of people asking me onto their
Always,
shows
buddy.
at the moment, but I'll always base everything around the coffee shop and then Bobby K and I. I don't even get around to Tottenham on tour that often, do I?
Yeah.
Very rare.
You're always welcome, Coves.
Yeah, it's just timing. I always seem to be doing different things at those times of day for some reason.
Yeah.
We'll have to work on that.
We'll work on that, Coos. We'll work on that, buddy.
But Brian, fan show tonight?
Fan show tonight, 6 p.m. Coos, maybe you and me can do a bit of pre-recorded stuff when I'm recovering. So there's no time constraints to be around. You and me can do a few bits.
Always welcome.
Damn right. Yeah, fan show, just so people know, fan show is on at 6 p.m. UK time, 1 p.m. our time.
Yeah.
There may be, depending on baby shower and moving stuff, we may do as a channel, a last minute match preview and get some Filth fans on, including Angus.
Yeah.
And Spurs fans, and just have a bit of fun. Sunday there'll be my reaction and others and other bits. I'm going to try and get quite a bit from the Scotland Yard to get up on the channel because it will be nuts there. Then I'm doing Anger Management Monday.
Yeah.
And then it's not goodbye, it's see you later for me.
Yeah. Right. Thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a great rest of your weekend. Up the Spurs, sod the Arsenal, David Pleat's Blue and White Army. Hit that catchphrase, Aki.
David Pleat and his Blue and White Army. And as always, Levy out.
And if you smell what the cough is brewing, thank you all so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage